like and subscribe. This is the Nightly Fix, powered and presented by Foolish Club Media. Please head to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Foolish Club Media. If you do not do so,
what's going to happen?
You're going to be the house on the neighborhood that dogs shit in, and then their owners just keep on going and don't pick it up. You're going to have a whole bunch of shit in your yard. A whole bunch of dog shit in your yard.
Is that not free fertilizer, though? Is that not free fertilizer?
No, it's not. No, it's some foul ass shit is what it is.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I think it's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, come pick up your shit. Get your doggy bags. I'll go out there and get your grocery. I get your grocery bag or something. I had a neighbor, shout out to Luke, back in KC. He would pick your shit up and put it on your porch. He'd go up there and grab his doggy bag. He'd look and watch you and go put it on your porch and leave that shit right there.
I like that level of petty, though. I'm a fan of petty.
No, it's ridiculous. Don't you do that to me. Shout out to Steven Serta, still sick. We had to tell Steve to chill out because he's going to try to come in here and play hurt, and the Lord knows he's struggling in the building. But we got our guy Figgy Fig in the building. Figgy Fig.
Shout out to Figgy. What's happening, man? Appreciate y'all having me on too. I'm a fan of the Fix.
Well, you should be, man, and we're a fan of you, and we had to bring you on, and we're gonna have a good time. By the way, I seem to always be surrounded by, music heads, and I just want to kick this off. I just want to hear Figgy. Listen, Osita, he is an extreme music head. Of all
I'm up there. I mean, I'm not like an extreme music head, but I dabble. I dabble.
You're extreme.
All right, maybe we'll see.
Let me hear your top 5 white artists, Figgy. Your top 5 white artists right now. I want to hear your top 5 white artists right now.
All right, and is this any genre?
Any genre. Go ahead. Yes.
All right,
it's got to be white.
They gotta be white.
I'm a classic rock guy. Can I do band?
Okay. Yeah.
You do whatever you want to do.
Right.
It's an empty canvas. They just gotta be white.
Okay. Pink Floyd. I like the Doors.
Really?
I like Tame Impala.
Hey.
Tegan and Sarah. One of my favorite groups.
I just want to let y'all know I ain't got the last 2, but go ahead.
Tegan and Sarah, and I'm trying to think of another white artist that I listen to a lot of white artists, to be honest. I'm a big David Bowie fan. I like David Bowie.
Wow, man.
I did not think that was coming. Okay, see, we tried to show him to Ron, and he was not feeling it.
That's not true. That's not true.
He wasn't feeling Ziggy Stardust. He was like, I don't know.
Listen, I was disappointed because I really had high hopes. Figgy, they're making me listen to music out of my comfort zone, right? Like, listen, I would say in my top 5, I got 2 white artists. I got.
You got Kings of Leon and who?
And Justin Timberlake. I got 2 white artists. Okay. Hey, shoot.
One of them you only really like them because you saw them way early on, like back in college and stuff.
And I love the other one. I listen to all they shit.
And the other one is like the blackest white performer that we have. You know what I mean?
I don't know if we could give a quick top 5 there. I think Eminem may have a word.
Okay, as far as like pop artists,
I think old Pink when she was Alicia may have a word.
Is she not part black though? She's a little mixed. She's a little mixed.
Alicia,
she's a little mixed.
Alicia Moore.
She's a little mixed. Yeah,
that Alicia Moore. No,
she's a little mixed.
She's as white as it gets. She's as white as it gets.
I think black people just gravitate towards her because she's white too, and that's kind of trying to get that white side of them. Like, oh yeah, I like Pink. I'm diverse.
She's white too. And but David Bowie. That's what I said. They're trying to get me to listen to music.
Did you listen to Fame from David Bowie?
I didn't. That's not the one they gave me. So
see, he said he likes Queen, and so we figured we were going to give him a little bit of rock opera, and we figured we would go with Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Hey, Ron, you gotta listen to Fame. That's a song like black families listen to that song. That's
I know that song. I know. Is that Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that song. Yeah, I know some David Bowie.
Okay.
But like what they was having me do in the summer was we was making Serta watch black movies, and he was having to give a breakdown, and he's a real film nut. And then they was having me listen to albums out of my comfort zone. The first album they gave me was Pink Floyd. What's the album that has money on it?
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon. And it was cool. It was all right. And then David Bowie, I had high expectations. I knew he liked Luther, and I knew he had Big Luther, and I knew he kind of explored a lot of different things. So I had higher hopes. I thought that was going to be the number one album they had me listen to. It wasn't. I actually liked that Rolling Stones album you had me listen to a little bit better. I really enjoyed the Strokes and did a deep dive into that. So I mean, it was all right. I didn't really jive.
Now, what is your white bag though? When it comes to music, what's your white bag? Like, are you like white, like classic rock or the hipster type of vibe?
I get. Well, help me, Osita. What would be described? I like the Killers. I like Kings of Leon. I like the Strokes.
So he's like an indie. Early 2009, maybe late early 2000s, early 2010s.
Listen to Tegan and Sarah. It's an indie rock group from Canada. And they actually had a song that was popular around 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. But listen to this album called, I want to say it's called, hold on. It's an album called Heartthrob. It's from Tegan and Sarah, Tegan and Sara.
See, I like folks that can sing and can like that is more like Lawrence. I had about a 2-month period where they took over my life. That band, Lawrence, I found them. They are cold-blooded. That whole group, whole crew. I like them a lot. So I feel like that's like the zone that I'm in.
But Lawrence is also like, if you listen to Lawrence, you can tell they're heavily influenced by like gospel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like
gospel,
there's a lot of soul.
Their whole thing is like theater kids do it with gospel chops, and so it kind of makes sense that
Well, Kings of Leon, you can
Kings
hear
of Leon is
soul.
more Southern soul, gospel kind of church based and stuff. So yeah, I feel I get
they got preachers. Yeah, shout out to Leon. Boy, he was a drunk, and a preacher, but not too bad. But no, Figgy, appreciate you, Figgy, joining on Rod with us tonight. We got to get to a little bit later. We done pissed some folks off around here in Houston. We talked about this last night. It really took off with CJ. I mean, it really took off. Somebody wrote a little article about it. I'm a little pissed off. I mean,
everyone in Houston.
If you gonna write one, can we get it in the Chronicle? The Cron. Whatever. I know it's the second rate one. It's the double A. But I ain't gonna trip about.
Who was the guy that wrote it? I wasn't familiar with the guy who wrote it.
Yeah, you probably aren't. He's at the Cron. So old Mike Shapiro, but he was really mad. He was mad. We'll get to that, but I want to jump with my man Travis Kelce. So Travis Kelce, who is coming fresh off of doing this GQ spread, and boy, he went for it all in these photos. But he came out, and I want to get y'all thoughts if you think this is legit. He came out and said, Travis said he admits. This is the part of the GQ spread right here, man, on the alligators and shit.
I was looking for the one where he went blue steel with it, where he was wearing the hat. And he was like, but I couldn't find a good picture of it.
Well, some of them black women don't know who the hell this is, but that he dated. But Travis Kelce admits his NFL performance was impacted by his decision to venture into acting and being an entertainer. He said, I think it might have slipped a little bit because I did have a little bit more focus in trying to set myself up. And opportunities came up where I was excited to venture into a new world of acting and being an entertainer. I don't say this as I shouldn't have done it. I'm just saying that my work ethic is such that I have so much pride in how I do things that I never want the product to tail off. And I feel like these past 2 years haven't been to my standard. I just have such a motivation to show up this year for my guys. And so that is Kelsey. And Kelsey is 35. He'll be 36 in the season next year. He has played a lot of years. The Chiefs are literally in the last 7 years, they have gone at least to the AFC Championship game. They played in 5 Super Bowls, 3 straight Super Bowls. So they're playing a lot more games than others, and that's tacking on. I bet he's probably played another season plus in postseason games in his career. I mean, it's a lot of games and a lot of hits. And, you know, with the exception of LeBron and Tom Brady, I mean, you know, and some others, you know, we understand Father Time, hey, they win. And
Yeah.
I just
Ron would know better than most of us, but yes, continue.
Yeah, and so would you know. But Father Time comes early with the hair too. Anyway, but I don't know that I completely buy or agree with his assessment that his play and he took a dip because of his decisions to venture into acting and being an entertainer. Hey man, bro, you're 35. When I watched him, like we just hit. Now I'm not gonna say it's not at all, and maybe y'all have different thoughts, but I'm just gonna say, man, there was a point like 2 years ago, you could catch the ball and you could move and run away from folks. You could create separation. You could take a 5-yard pass into 15 or 20. Then all of a sudden, you couldn't. You start getting tackled. I don't know if that is because you did a show with FX. I don't know that all of a sudden changed because you went on tour with your gal across the world. I think maybe what happened was, dog, you turned 34 and 35, and you taking a whole bunch of hits. I mean, I'm a Chiefs fan. I would love it to say to myself, hey, man, the reason why he lost his step was because he was in England with Taylor. Nah, I think we're gonna see that step lost again this year because fool, you 35 about to be 36. So I don't know, man. I think he is almost trying to find other reasons and avenues of why he can't do the things he used to be able to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to kind of agree with you on that, to be completely honest. He's, like you said, he's getting older, but at the same time, like, don't you think that maybe the fact that Taylor was always at the games and he was always on the road with her and, you know, always gallivanting and having all this, you know, this good ass time, that maybe it could have taken his, you know, his focus, his mind off the game a little bit?
Listen, focus, distraction, maybe, but this is Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce has been doing shit his whole career. Travis Kelce had a dating show called Chasing Kelce on E back in the day during his season. Travis Kelce ain't just been sitting and chilling, right? Like now he had movies and shows and stuff that he's been doing. No, I'm not gonna say that, but I like
hey, maybe he lost the black girl glow. You know what I mean? There's that, you know, when you're with the black woman, you kind of elevate yourself a little bit. And now that he's with Taylor, you know, he's not as fast as he used to be. He's not as strong as he used to be. He's kind of caked up, just chilling.
Hey, don't put that on Taylor. Your ass ain't as fast as you used to be because your ass ain't as fast as you used to be because you got old. He's gonna be real pissed out here when he get out here and he done lost these 25 pounds for nothing. and he gonna be running at that same speed and pace that he has been, and his knees and his hips gonna feel the same way they did last year, and it ain't gonna be like, damn, I should have went on that the rest of that tour with her ass. I should have went on, and to be honest with you, he ain't slowed down. Where is he right now in this picture? In the Everglades?
I have no clue, dude. No clue at all. There's nothing that makes sense about that entire outfit. Like the fact that he'd be somewhere that's hot enough to have a gator, but yet it's cold enough for him to wear that hat. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. But, you know, GQ. It's fashion. Fashion doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I kind of agree with y'all, but I think honestly, man, and Ron, you can speak to this more. How many championships do we got? You got 3?
You got 3? Yeah, they got 3.
He got 3. This dude been balling for a long time, man. And I do agree. I think he's at the age where it might start falling down a little bit, but when you think about it, when I saw this article and all that stuff, his story, this is the first thing I thought about. I thought about whenever a rapper get on and they have a couple #1 hits and they rolling, and then they start dipping into acting, and then they start dipping into fashion and all this other stuff, and then they try to get back to rapping, and it's not the same because they ain't really hungry like that no more. I feel like Travis, he got the championships. He got all of that stuff. He achieved everything. He's a Hall of Famer. I think he might be bored, man. I think the Chiefs in general is a little bored, but I think he kind of bored now, man, where he's focused on Taylor. He's focused on other stuff. He probably focused on life after football. And that right there, you might have a little drop off just off of that, no matter what age you are. But I agree with y'all though. He's 35, so it's hard for me to sit there and be like that. The running around Hollywood is the reason he took a step back.
I don't know, man. I'm 34 and I'm still in my prime, so you know,
I
feel like I can do whatever I want to do at 35. You know what I mean?
That was a beautiful analogy. It really was, Figgy, to bring the artist or the rapper that starts to do other things and they get bored. He wasn't bored out there when that motherfucker was getting caught. Okay. Shit. He was just getting caught. Shit. He wasn't like it ain't no situation of like, hey man, like, hey, Jay's bored, so he's completely lost the step. And he can't make shit no more. No, man. Hey, that motherfucker's struggling because he can his ass caught. Shit. He can't get away from people. See, right now, what he's playing us right now. I'll just say this. I don't expect to see prime Travis Kelce. Now, all the last year, and let's just be honest, though. He was not bad. Let me pick a team in the NFL. Oh, the Houston Texans.
Why is it always the Texans, man? It's always the Texans. It's always the Texans.
Every
single time, bro.
I looked at you and I thought about it.
The disrespect is getting real.
Travis Kelce, let me get a full understanding of his numbers last year. I mean, Travis Kelce caught 92 balls last year. I believe he caught 92 balls, and I think he had any 800s. No, my fault. He had 97 catches for 823 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he went to the Pro Bowl.
I would love to have that on the Texans, man.
The Texans only have one tight end season that got more than 823 yards. Just one. And this was the worst year of his career, which shows to you to be that he's a Hall of Famer and I believe the best tight end to have ever done it. Right? I don't think personally that we're about to see the Travis Kelce who, I mean, if we just go down and look at it, like last year, 97 for 823. The year before, 93 for 824. That broke up a streak of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight years that he was over 1,000 yards, right? 22, He had 110 catches for 1,338 yards and 12 touchdowns from the tight end spot. Like, I think what happened was bro got old. And then 2 years ago, he turned it on in the playoffs where he like saved himself and he turned it on in the playoffs. And then he started to look like old Travis Kelce. I love Travis. And I would hope to see it. And then I'll be really pissed off to think, well, damn, man, what the hell was you doing last year if it just is a drop off like this? I don't think we about to go see vintage Travis Kelce. I don't think we about to go see, all right, man. Hey, man, he was in his head a little bit, man. He was off. He wasn't focused. No, man. I don't think we about to see that. And I hope so, because I think Travis is one of the best we've ever seen, but I don't think so.
What kind of Travis you expecting then? Are you expecting Travis from last year, or you think it's gonna get worse than last year?
Oh, I think it'll be around what he was last year. Travis and Mahomes. Now maybe a little bit better production wise because I think the things around Travis will be better. I think the offensive line will be better. I think he'll have better receivers in which everybody just won't sit there and try to stop him as the number one thing because it's not the case anymore. But I think Travis is going to be around between 700 and 900 yards, anywhere from that range. And he'll still be productive and it'll be a top half of the league tight end. But the days of him being Travis Kelce for like 7 years was not just the best tight end in football. He was one of the best weapons in football. Right, 1,300, almost 1,400 yards, 110 catches, 12 touchdowns. That's Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that's
right? Like I'm saying. That's crazy talk, man. He's got another year where he caught 105 balls for 1,416 yards and 11 touchdowns, and Tyreek was on the team, right? He's not that no more. But I think he could be a bit like himself, a bit like himself.
And that's still saying a lot, man. For him to get, let's say, 800 yards, 900, that's still a damn good.
Yeah. Like we said, man, the Houston Texans only have one tight end season better than that, Osita. That's only one.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, that still ain't nothing to scoff at. I know 1,400 yards is good, but damn, I would take that. I'll take that over Dalton Schultz.
I'm telling you right now, if you told me Travis Kelce for the Chiefs to push the button at 800 yards, I'd push it right now. That's what he's gonna get this year. Push it right now.
Damn,
I'll push that. But my man up here doing a GQ cover and a shoot talking about, yeah, I just think I did a little too much last year. I need
to slow down a little bit. Let me wait after this photo shoot, of course. After the photo shoot and the interview, then I'll slow down.
Happy Gilmore 2 that just came out. And he in that bitch. But I've slowed up. Happy Gil, he doing all this shit. He doing all this stuff. Today it just came out. They were premiering the New Heights podcast between him and his brother. By the way, ain't that a bitch? Taylor dropped. Can we get somebody to drop something on ours? Taylor done dropped her new album on their podcast.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking numbers you think them bastards did? Man?
I saw white women going crazy yesterday.
Shit, I was going crazy.
Dude, she pissed off the whole hip hop industry, to be honest. Because now everybody gonna be scared to drop. I think Cardi B was trying to drop this month. Now she might tuck her little album now.
Go ahead and run that back. Nah, yeah. Let's go ahead and wait till a better time, a better opportune moment.
I'll be honest. I didn't even think that. I remember the battle of back in the day on Tuesdays when the drop shit.
Yeah.
And so now this will knock you out a whole month. Like you trying to avoid, like who are the artists from you all across the whole any genre? Who are the artists where you're like, they dropped this month, I'm out. Like I need to.
It's definitely Taylor for sure.
Because Cardi B is pretty big. I wouldn't think like
not bigger than Taylor, dog.
I know she's not bigger than Taylor, but I didn't like it ain't. I mean, this ain't
I think did Drake drop that Iceman shit yet?
Nah, I think he was looking to drop either later this year or next year.
So is Drake still somebody you avoid to drop around?
Wait, so he's doing this rollout with all this stuff for an album that might come out next year?
I think it's later this year, but it's no really confirmation on when he gonna drop it. He just keeps saying coming soon, which I think is kind of he ducking a little bit just in case somebody like Taylor drop.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing that can happen to artists like that is they drop an album and they don't reach number one.
Yeah. I say someone that's on Taylor's Beyonce for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyonce for sure. Who else?
Adele.
Lady Gaga. Adele.
A lot of people stay away from Adele too.
Yeah. Gaga did her thing. You know what I mean? She had that Mayhem and she had the Mayhem tour. And it wasn't wild. She just kind of did like a thing on SNL about it.
Has Kendrick reached that space?
Yeah.
I heard there's going to be a GNX2. I think it might be a deluxe version with a couple extra songs, but I heard that's coming out soon.
I ain't hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kendrick is one of them people kind of step to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj is one too. Nicki Minaj.
So Nicki is that much bigger than Cardi B.
As far as sales, yes. I think because Nicki, her last album, and mind you, this is Nicki that, some people might be a little washed up.
Yeah.
She still sold a lot of records, man. I think that's somebody you just got to step out the way. And shoot, a lot of people feel like Cardi B, that's why Cardi B not really dropping, because they going to compare her to Nicki. And if she not selling 100K first week or more than what Nicki sold first week, then that's gonna look like a failure. So
right now, if I put the three artists of Nicki, Cardi B, and old Klay Thompson, what's her name? Megan. Like you think Megan and Cardi B are stepping to the side to let?
I think so.
Yeah,
really?
Definitely Megan, because Megan's last album wasn't even really, didn't really hit like that.
Yeah, she not really selling records.
Yeah.
Like big as you think she is, she not, for some reason, people ain't buying the records. But yeah, somebody like Nicki, nobody want to drop the same week she drops, because her album will probably go number one, and they gonna have to settle for 2 or 3 or less. So they be looking for they be like, they try to strategize to try to find a week where nobody's big that's dropping, so that way they could get that number one, because you ain't gonna get it with Taylor, you ain't gonna get it with Beyonce.
Yeah, I get those too. Like I get those. I am a bit baffled that Nicki Minaj is in a category where, like, I would have just thought right now in 2025 that it would be more people who would be apt to go listen to Megan and Cardi B right now. Yes, that they are more.
I'm telling you, that last Megan album was trash.
Well,
bro.
what's the last Nicki? What's the last Nicki album? And she's trying to take out
like
Jay-Z from
Pink Friday 2 or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it now. Pink Friday 2 sold 228K in the first week.
How long did that come out? How long ago did that come out?
That was 2020. I want to say 2023.
Damn, dog, she's 42.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I was about to say 20. That's about to say, I thought it was going to be a couple years. It's been a minute.
Yeah. No, it's been. She got those rabid fans, man. Them Barbs, they support whatever she do. I don't know what it is. Because to me, musically, I feel like her music ain't what it was, but for some reason, man, she sell out. I don't know what it is.
I just ain't. It don't feel like Nicki has been really that hot here lately. Like, I mean, like you said, I feel like it's been a couple of years since she's had an album out. So, but maybe the anticipation is up. I feel like Justin Timberlake, you might want to get out the way of.
Yeah. So her last album was December 8, 2023.
Yeah, that's a minute.
Last thing I heard from Nicki, wasn't she about to? She like bet somebody like 10 grand or something like that to fight her husband.
Yeah.
Anybody hear about that? Who was that?
It was Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
Back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah.
Who's the white dude she's married to? Tom Holland.
No, Nicki.
Who are you talking about?
Am I talking about the wrong? Who
You're thinking about Zendaya. Zendaya is married to Tom Holland.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, Nicki married to a nobody, somebody we don't even know, who is allegedly a sex offender.
Not allegedly, he is a sex offender.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely true.
Yeah. Well, let's match that heat check with your heat check, because I didn't have Nicki out there with the sex offender. That.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So for today's Heat Check, brought to you by Big O, brought to you by the Nightly Fix, brought to you by Foolish Club Media. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I want to talk about hate. Not just any hate, but hate for someone that you don't even really know. You ever hate somebody that you've never actually met, but you just know that y'all hate each other? And so I have this neighbor, right? I've lived in this house for about like 5 years now, ever since COVID. And I live at the very end of a cul-de-sac. And the way the cul-de-sac is, from the main road, it's like a huge spiral, right? So, and it's a few miles away from the drive, from the actual main road. So it kind of takes a while. So there's no speed limit signs, there's no stop signs, just a straight stretch and with a speed bump. And you can really only go like 20 to 25 miles an hour, which is usually what I do. And I've been doing that for years. But every now and then, there's this one neighbor I have, right? Doesn't matter what he's doing. He can be mowing the lawn, checking the mail, working on his car, whatever. Every time I drive by, he stops and he snaps his neck like an owl. He just stares me down the entire time. And I'm just like, what's going on? He's like looking at me. It's not like a friendly hello or anything like that. He's looking at me like, man, I hope you get a flat tire. And usually I ignore it. Like, I'm not the type of guy that if someone like looks at me wrong, I'm going to lose my shit or anything like that. Because most of the time I'm like on a mission and I really don't have time for fuck shit. So, but one day I was really feeling myself. The weather was beautiful outside. I had my windows down. I was playing music at a reasonable volume because I don't have a system like that. So it was, but it was decent, Tell me why when I pass his house, I see him throw down his lawnmower, like his edger. He throws it down and screams out, "What the fuck?" And I hear it because my windows are down. And I'm looking around like, who, me? Like, you mad at me? Like, what did I do? Like, what? So now I'm not a violent person at all. And this isn't a story about violence whatsoever. But I am a very petty person. A really, really petty person. Like, I'm Tom Petty, Petty LaBelle, Petty Gibbs. I'm all the petties, okay?
Petty White.
Exactly. Petty Wright?
Petty White. Petty White.
Oh, like Betty White. Okay, yeah, got that.
Pendergrass.
Ooh, Petty Pendergrass. I like that.
There you go.
All right, so now every time I'm outside, every time I see him outside, I slow my car down to a slow crawl. I'm talking about
like you about to shoot up his house? Like what's
10 miles an hour, and I will stare him down just the entire. We don't say shit. We don't say anything to each other. We don't wave. We just burn holes into each other's heads just the entire time. And honestly, it's kind of part of my routine. And I'm assuming it's part of his.
This is a terrible idea.
It's what I do every day. I do it every other day.
How long has this been going on?
5 years.
Well, maybe. I guess for 5 years, maybe it's. I don't think
5
it's
years.
A daily thing. It's every day. Because like somebody gonna come out there. Like I would think now, maybe it's 5 years, and I guess y'all just doing this. But at some point, somebody gonna come out there and shoot somebody. Like he'll.
I mean, I'm not shooting anybody.
Well, I would say now about 5 years removed. But I mean, if we slow down and we just mugging each other, like, what do you think the issue is?
I honestly don't know, man. And I've always wanted to kind of stop and be like, "Hey, man, what's your problem?" But I feel like saying, "Hey, man, what's your problem?" to this guy is going to create a bigger problem.
No, yeah, I mean, like, I would just, like, I would just want to know. Like,
yeah, I think you got to do it, man. I don't think you should step to him like, "Hey, man, what the fuck is your problem?" But you definitely got to be like, "Yo, we good?" Like,
I feel like, okay, but we good is also, do you have a problem?
Yeah, that
You
sounds
good?
better than do we
Yeah,
have a
that's-
problem?
We
You
good? We good?
How,
Like,
how can you address this? That's a good one. How can you address this without coming off as sounding like confrontational? Because it's
introduce
hard.
mind you, I'm
It's
6'4". I am 6'4", 265 pounds. Like I'm just a big dude in general. So when people, I've had situations in which I've gotten up and people are like, "Oh, what's going on? Like, are you good?" I'm just like, I'm good. I'm just getting up to go use the restroom real quick. Y'all
well,
good?
you
Okay.
gotta wear your glasses because your glasses.
The
Be
glasses
on.
are little. Yeah, they just.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm the only one not wearing glasses right now. That's crazy.
yeah.
Where
Your
are my
glass.
glasses?
You
these
got
actually
this.
some smart glasses. These the meta glasses. The
Are you
meta,
recording us?
I can't. Yeah,
Ooh, record us. I want to see what that looks like.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the phrasing that you can use to where that is not that it is not confrontational.
I think what he got to do, he got to just go up to him like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Osita," and just go in for a handshake.
I think the initial has to stay in the car because I do think if you stay in the car, if you get out, then maybe he might think you trying to get something. If you pull up like you do every day and just say, "Hey, hey, man," maybe even a laugh like, "Hey, man, we've been doing this for a few years now. Do you have an issue with me? Because
See,
I'm
I
good
feel
with
like,
you."
do you have an issue is going to cause an issue.
Yeah, but if you come out doing it laughing and like just say, "Hey man, how you doing? Let's put it together. Let's put ours together." As Figgy said, "Hey, how you doing, man? My name is Osita. I've noticed that we do this every day, and I just want to make sure that there's no
He got to go in like, "I notice you notice me, so I just want to put you on notice that I notice you too."
like I don't think you need to slow
Hey,
up.
what if I just go like sideways with it? Just like one day I pull up, roll down the window, I'm just like, beautiful weather we're having, and just like pretend like we've never done this entire dance before.
Yeah, that's
Just
weird. That's strange.
I mean,
Have he seen you in person? See how tall you are?
No, he's just been in car, but he know your
Yeah,
bald
just in the
ass
car.
head.
Yeah, don't get out the car then, man.
Yeah, don't get at that. Yeah, don't like, and I don't suggest that you roll up in there and say, "Bitch, the fuck's going on, dog?
Okay, number
Why
one,
you been staring
do I
at me?"
talk like that? I don't. I'm not the one to call somebody out their name like that, Ronald.
I think you
Okay,
are. I think
okay,
you
Ronald.
got that in you. No, you're not that one, but you're the one for 5 years who will slow ride across
Because I'm
somebody's
petty.
house.
Look, our relationship works for us, okay? He hates me from a distance. I hate him from afar. It works out.
It
I don't know
feels
why y'all trying
like
to fix something that ain't broken. It's not
well,
broken.
you brought it
It's
to
not
us like
broken.
you brought it to us like you're
I didn't.
yearning for a fix.
I did not say fix my problem. I was just trying to let you know what I do.
Oh,
I'll
see,
let you know a little. This is Big O's Heat Check. Big O sponsored by Big O's Heat Check. Heat Check sponsored by Big O, sponsored by the Nightly Fix, sponsored by Foolish Club Media. Make sure you like and subscribe. Okay. This is supposed to be a view into my world, and my world is hating this man on a daily basis.
You can't
Every
be
time I get out of work.
You got to
can't-
be honest.
5 years, man. You got to bury the hatchet at some point, man.
Look, man,
that's
it's not
why
like
you
he's my
brought it
neighbor.
to
If it
us.
was my neighbor, it'd be one thing. But he's like a guy that lives around the corner.
That's
And
why
like
you
he doesn't
brought it
even
to
live
us.
by. He doesn't even live by the mailbox. Like he lives past the mailboxes. I never have to go that area.
You brought
I'm
it
good.
to us. You brought it
good.
to us because
I'm
you want to
good.
see this improve. And it's
No,
okay.
I just wanted to talk to y'all about hate.
It is.
I just have a fun hatred for somebody.
I know you do, but you've also participated in, well, maybe if I say it like this, maybe if I say it like this, because you want better. And that's okay for you to want better.
I don't want better. I don't. I really don't.
Bet you. I bet you.
I love exactly how this is right now. You know what I mean? I love that. That's fine. It's cool. We can just hate each other from a distance. I was hoping that y'all would have people that y'all hate like from a distance as well. You know, I was hoping that we could commune on the fact that we all hate people. You know what I mean?
Man.
I was hoping that that's where this was going to go. But
man.
apparently you want a Dr. Phil shit. You want to be Dr. Phil and get to the root of the issue or whatever.
Man. But listen, listen. You don't never know, man. What if y'all could bond over some like Radiohead album?
There's no way that man is going to listen to Radiohead. There's no way. There's no way.
He might be Nigerian.
He is not Nigerian. He is
you don't know
Hispanic
that.
man. He is a
Hispanic
man that has a West Coast Choppers sticker on the back of his Tundra. That is the kind of person that we are dealing with.
Hold on.
He constantly wears, the little lokes, the lokes shades. I've never seen the whites of his eyes. I'll tell you that.
Hey man,
I've never seen the
Cedar.
whites of his eyes.
Cedar, man, the way that you're describing this gentleman makes me feel like you've been in more of what could appear to be a more dangerous situation that you have led on.
Fine. He probably had a speckled past, but this is a gated neighborhood, so he's good now. You know what I mean?
Think that'll change?
The sticker's on the back of a brand new Tundra. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice.
So is
it's a
he
nice
white?
house?
Is he black, white?
No, he's Hispanic.
He's a Hispanic man. He looks like an old school cholo. Like, he used to be a cholo and then moved here from LA and then like left that life behind.
You might want to leave him alone then.
And I'm telling you, Figgy slow ride across the house for 5 years.
Because I know that's what he understands being from LA. He understands, but being from LA, he understands that. Okay. He understands that, hey, look, I see you. You know what I mean? I see you.
You better hope that motherfucker's from Orange County and not Watts.
Yeah. He gonna come through. Hey, Holmes.
Hey, speaking of hate, but some people mad at me and us and my day job.
Always hated but highly celebrated. Sports Radio 610.
Somebody wrote. We talked about it. If you missed it yesterday, you can go check it out. We had a really good conversation about the CJ Stroud situation, and I don't change off anything I said. I stand.
Oh, you stand 10 toes.
10 toes and another 10 fingers. I'm 20 toes and fingers down on my comments.
I feel like two of those toes are hammer toes, huh? You probably got hammer toes.
No.
You ain't got no hammer toes?
And if I was Dion, I'd be 17 down. All right.
17 minus the bladder. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's where we're going.
But the reason why I find this funny is we weren't even in the big paper. We was in the cron, the backup paper, the online backup paper by some dude. I don't even know his name. Michael something. Doliak. I don't know. But he had the headline, which got me: Houston radio host offer absurd CJ Stroud criticism after injury. His scathing remarks. Sterner and Hughley's comments Monday were obviously insensitive. Stroud, like any player, is allowed to share his emotions, especially in a time of heightened emotion or even crisis. But even if you dismiss that logic as some sort of a bleeding heart nonsense, the rolling sound effects. I just listen.
You got the sound effects?
Yeah, he didn't add some action to it. Look, yeah, that was me getting hair ripped off my chest. But here is my thing: is like I don't like. There are many people who want to turn some things that at least I know that I said. I'm gonna just speak for myself and nobody else, that have tried to turn it into shit that I ain't said or into shit that it's not about. All right. Again, I have repeated multiple times. Now, there are people out there who have the thought process of this is about him being soft or weak of some sorts, or he needs to grow a pair or find his balls or be a man or man up. Like, if you remember, Osita, as we talked about this for 20 minutes yesterday, that ain't the space that I'm in. And people are trying to drive it to that. The space that I'm in is leadership. And the guy that everybody looks towards having to be the one that other people have to pull to get together. And that is for me something that I feel like should be in reverse. And I'm not saying cats are perfect or any of that. As we talked about yesterday, I find it, to me, it is someone has said it is weird of that people would bring this up. No, I find it I find it very, very interesting that the guy who's the leader of the pack is the one that, in times of adversity, in situations like this, whether it be an injury, maybe it's 3 interceptions thrown, maybe it's you're down 21, something like that. But that person goes into the tank and has to be kind of brought back to it. And that's, to me, where it is the last person that Houston Texans fans that know, some of them are lying. Some of them, it is fully because CJ is a god to them right now and can do nothing wrong for them right now. And I understand it. He saved you out of Mr. Nasty. He saved you out of that church televangelist that was running the organization. I get it. But most of it is that, because Lord knows if LeBron James had reacted to a player's injury like that, y'all be saying Jordan would never, and that he's soft.
Haven't we seen LeBron James cry?
Out of a championship.
I thought I saw him do this one time. He's like,
No, that was a sell job. That was a sell job.
It's still same thing.
Close, whatever. I know the same people who are saying, can a guy feel? Ain't nobody talking about a guy can't have feels. Ain't nobody talking about a guy can't show his emotions. I'm just simply saying it is not asinine, and I don't think either one of you have not been in positions, whether it's you feeling like a leader in your family, a leader in a band that you were in, a leader in whatever you've been in, job, whatever. I know you, Osita, whoever little buddy you took over for. Like, I know there were times you looked at him when adversity would hit and you were like, God, dog, man, get your ass together. Right? Like, get it together. And because he didn't exhibit what a leader should exhibit, or you would want a leader to exhibit in signs of adversity. You, as the person who should be thought to be following, had to go get his ass together. Right? Nobody's saying the guy's a bitch or he doesn't have balls, but you're just saying, hey, this ain't how it's supposed to be. Right? That's the only place that I'm going with. If people can act like they have forgotten what happened against Kansas City and how that all came about, and then how his play came about, and how he looked on national TV in front of everybody, and then when you hear he had to be consoled again and just say, oh, this is I heard my man Reggie say this is his superpower. Well, it wasn't his superpower at Arrowhead, because he went into the tank and the rest of the team went into the tank. So, like, I think we got to be real about it.
I do have to agree with you on that front. The only thing, I disagree with you on the fact that, like, I still don't see it as a bad thing, showing a little bit of emotion, because I think it's a stressful job, a stressful position, a stressful place to be, where people look at you with such just like high hopes and stuff like that, and we're only human. You know what I mean? So he's going to feel the way he's going to feel. He's going to act the way he's going to act, and there's really no changing that. I do, however, agree that maybe it's not conducive for him to be acting in such a way when he does have to play in the middle of a game. Like, I didn't like that article, because the article painted it as if we won against the Chiefs during that game.
No, they went into the tank.
Yeah, because all three of us were at the same bar, actually. If it got dumped into a dunking booth, which was actually really
made me lose my damn bet.
Yeah,
I was super confident in the bet before the injury. I'm
that shit was so bad, bro.
You shouldn't have been. But
no, it was a decent game. But I'm just saying, the way that journalist, he did that kind of journalistic spin, that media spin on it, where he was just kind of like, oh, what did he say? He still led us to like 14 drives or something, even after Tank Dell got hurt.
14 plays in a field
14
goal.
plays. 14 plays. Oh, yeah, to a field goal. To a field goal that did not win the game. You know what I'm saying? We still lost at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm a Texans fan, and look, when I first started working with you, Ron, I didn't feel a type of way, but I was like, damn, he is kind of contrarian to like a lot of the Houston sports stuff, because you do speak the truth. But we talked about it, and you were just like, a lot of these Houston sports fans like are, and I guess it goes for a lot of sports teams and stuff like that. They blindly follow and they ignore all the facts, and they're just kind of like, I have a one-track mind. It's us winning, and my team can do no wrong. So I think this is just another example of that happening yet again. People are feeling some type of way because you're saying the opposite of what they want to hear, plain and simple.
Yeah, I think honestly, the issue I have with all of this, like I clearly don't have an issue with anybody showing any emotion, but it's the people that's to me, first of all, you don't look at Twitter as the outlier, like, oh, Twitter saying, man, it's Twitter. If you could put on Twitter that I'm getting a divorce from my cheating wife, and people will attack you for that.
Well, why'd she cheat on you? What'd you do that made her cheat?
Yeah, or honestly, they gonna call you a sucker. They still gonna call you
Yeah,
so, like, it's hard.
I love Twitter for that. I'm not gonna lie.
On Twitter and expect people to respect the privacy or don't say mean things like that. But honestly, I think a lot of people can be a little bit of hypocritical too.
Absolutely.
When it comes to talking about this type of stuff, because yes, I do think everybody is human and all that stuff, and I do feel like a lot of people is taking up for their quarterback because he is a good dude. I really believe that, but in the same sentence, man, we saw Charles Omenihu crying at the Super Bowl when he lost. And I ain't see nobody saying, "Oh, he's human," or it's okay. It's okay for
Dude,
men.
Figgy, you brought up a great point earlier. This was before us, and Osita, maybe you might not know a lot about Caleb Williams, but Caleb Williams took so much shit for different stuff that some of these people are talking about emotions. He took shit for stuff like painting his fingernails. Right. And many people who are our listeners or responders texted in shit about that, all you could imagine, Osita, about a football player who wants to paint his nails. And then, as you said, one of the biggest things that people within the football world, I'm talking about people who are scouts came out against Caleb Williams so hard because in his last game in college, he lost and he knew it was over and they couldn't win a championship. He ran into the stands and on national TV was crying in his mom's arms. It's his last game, which normally the same way I feel about other things, I don't find that weird.
Yeah.
But do you know how many people and how people tried to act like that was going to bother his draft status and that people couldn't do what? There are guys in the locker room who don't respect that. This is the shit that was said. And this ain't even nothing that I'm saying.
This is the pick and choose. It's the picking and choosing. They pick and choose. People are going to pick and choose.
We can't act like that the NFL locker room is a macho-led locker room only when we want it to be. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. The way that C.J. Stroud carried on at Arrowhead Stadium, as I told you yesterday, my cousin was 10 rows up in the exact section that had happened. And he said, I kid you not, I thought he was going to get in the back of that ambulance.
Yeah.
I thought but I know but he's dead serious. He said they couldn't control him. This is stuff we couldn't all see. I don't have a problem with him showing his emotions. But I'm going to tell you what, there are fools in that locker room in a space that is nothing but macho. There is and masculinity, you know what I'm trying to say, runs wild in that room. Couldn't get it out. I'm rolling.
Masculine.
Yeah, masculine. Yeah, you
mascara. Yeah, something.
Yeah,
it's close.
whatever.
Yeah.
But it runs wild in that space. There is no chance in hell that one, nobody looked at him and was like, damn, dog, what the fuck is this motherfucker over here doing? No chance. No chance.
Yeah.
Of the 60, 70 people a part of that team were looking over there like, is this nigga serious? There is no chance. And then the next step, his play then suffered from an injury from another player. There ain't nobody that's not looking over there and said, man, you'd have known this dude for 7 months. Listen, I'm not telling you how I feel. I am telling you, you're crazy out of your mind I know it's 2025, but you're crazy out of your mind if you don't think there is a portion of people who looked at him like, whoa, like, hey, dog, this is your team. You're supposed to be the dude.
Yeah.
We got Joe Mixon got to come over and pull you together. And then you come out on the field and look like you ain't got it together. There are dudes in that locker room. I'm not saying that the majority of the people feel that way. I'm not saying that everybody looks at him sideways. I'm not saying that the majority of the team won't run through a wall and don't believe in him. But there are people who looked at that and was like, whoa. And then there are people who look at that as just like, I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying that is just we can't talk about a sport that is macho, in which we've had 100 years of this sport and there have only been 2 people active to come out and say they were gay while they were actively playing football, when we know that there has had to have been hundreds, if not thousands, of NFL players who have been gay, who have played the sport. But why do you think they don't come out? Because it's a normal ass workplace? No. Because as soon as they come out, it's gonna be motherfuckers in that locker room that look at them different.
Looking at them crazy. Who was that one cat that dropped down on it? What was that? What was that? He did the percolator.
Oh, yeah. But that Christian Wilkins, we talked about him. Yeah. There's some cats over there looking at like, dude's a weird dude. Yeah, it is that. And again, that's not even stuff that I'm even talking about or that I think. But I do think, and I read through this in Kansas City. You think CJ Stroud couldn't do no wrong. What the fuck do you think it was like at the beginning of Patrick Mahomes? And right now, oh God. I mean, some of the people who try to run me out of my own town. Because I said, hey man, Patrick Mahomes, hey dog, you just threw an interception and airmailed a touchdown because you keep doing this no look shit when you don't have to do it. Hey man, look at the guy and throw it. like, oh, people had a connection. Oh, where are you go getting on? Like, hey, Tyreek Hill, hey dog, I was kind of good on him after he had his second domestic violence situation. I was cool on him. Patrick Mahomes, I said it in the Buffalo game when they were offsides and he threw a fit like a petulant child. And then Andy Reid followed it up in the press conference and threw a fit. And those fools got themselves fined. And they looked like some little kids. And the rest of the team followed suit and looked like some little kids. That's on them. They the leaders. They the dudes. You got to figure it out. Man, I'm sorry. I believe that. You can tell me that there are different ways to do things in adversity. Like, and you the guy everybody look at. You can't take your helmet off and act like you better try to fight an official because your teammate was offsides and you mad because they actually called it. That's on you. And just like this with CJ, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. I think one of the issues I had with this situation too, man. And salute to all the people out there reporting and all that stuff, giving us updates. But I didn't really like how they painted the picture of exactly what was going on. And I forgot who it was who said they had to coddle CJ.
It was DJ. He said he had to be consoled by Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, that part, I'm just like, man, I feel like you could have left that part out because I think it would have been totally fine if you said, man, everybody's down on a knee and it's very emotional out here. But I feel like you kind of set it up for people to, people to go and attack CJ.
Now before you answer this, Osita, there was that. There were other people that are reporters out there that said he looked shook. We had Sean Pendergast come on the air about 30 minutes after it happened, and I posed an open-ended question of what did it look like from everybody else around it after it or during the injury. He pointed out one player that looked different when he did it. Now, did you hear what Figgy said? What's your thoughts about the reporters and journalists in a way protecting CJ by using different words to describe what happened there?
I mean, like, what are my thoughts about them using different words instead of saying
like you said,
and stuff?
Like you said, if like Figgy said, if it wasn't if they didn't use the terminology that he had to be consoled, maybe people wouldn't have reacted like me like that.
I think I don't know. I feel like in journalism, it's important to say the truth in general.
Tell the truth. Tell what happened.
I mean? Tell the truth. Tell it is what it is. But my dad always said it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there was a way, there definitely is a way, and I don't know that way because I'm not a wordsmith, but I'm sure there was a way to kind of convey exactly what happened there without painting it in a way that makes him look weak. Because again, we weren't all there. I wasn't there. I definitely wasn't there. So maybe, it could have been a situation where he was just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, he just kind of, like I said, he had to take like a breath. He maybe wasn't being coddled or consoled or just like wasn't sad about it. It was just kind of like, okay, let me process this. Let me get away from the group just to process this. And maybe that's what we saw, or maybe that's what people saw and kind of assumed because of past things that he was going into a situation where he was sad again, where he wouldn't be able to perform.
But see, the other thing that I had an issue with too is, I understand you got to report it, but in the same breath, I don't understand the turning around saying, "Hey, this is weird, y'all." Calling CJ out over there.
Yeah.
Like
no, that part.
And people say, "Oh, why is I can't believe this is a big story. Like, why are y'all making this? You reported it. You said this. You didn't have to say that."
It would assume to be that was the accurate truth when you get 7 motherfuckers come out there and all say that's what they saw. And when you get 7 people who don't like, I only heard one other person talk about another player that looked out of the ordinary. And that was our guy Reggie talking about Aziz Alshire. That's the only other person I heard say something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what time it is. And I, like, for me, man, it happened. And again, I think that's what some people are saying. I think I know what you're saying, Osita, that and Figgy, that people will take he had to be consoled as weak. I don't even think it's weak. I just think it's, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're the guy that like, to me, as I said yesterday, and I've said throughout this thing, D'Amico to me kind of shows, he cares.
The poise that needs to be had whenever you're in a position of leadership.
Yes,
like that.
He cares. Immediately, he calls the people. He's the calming voice and the calming force. And when you see him, if I'm on the team and I hear the way he's going about it, he's got it together.
But we've also talked about yesterday how D'Amico has the gift of experience and years on these boys. We were talking about Will Anderson and CJ Stroud. They're both how old?
Early 20s.
They're 23, right? They're 23 years old. Bruh, if someone came up to me being 23 and told me that they know anything about life, like, I'd be like, you're full of shit, dog. You don't know shit yet. You know what I mean? But that's just how I'm looking at people in their early 20s. That's probably like a me thing. Maybe I'm ageist. It is what it is. But like, I'm still looking at you like you haven't gone through enough to be as poised as this man that's in his D'Amico's like in his 40s or something like that. As a man who's been battle tested in the actual game, in the sport, in the arena for years. You know what I mean? There's a reason why he got picked up as a coach, and it's because he's able to kind of control his emotions like that. Like I said, I really don't fault CJ for showing emotion. I wish that there wasn't an underlying air of like toxic masculinity in these locker rooms. I wish that it was okay, but the fact of the matter is that there is. You know what I mean? Like that's how those locker rooms are, and it's just something that he's going to have to kind of like think about moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the only thing that he can do from here on out. It's kind of just like, think about that. Like, okay, cool. The world is watching me. You got to understand the world is always watching this motherfucker, bro. So like, whenever shit like that happens, maybe you got to stuff it down until the game's over. But it takes these things happening over and over again for him to probably learn these lessons to be able to change the pattern. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And I kind of agree. I'm kind of on the same side you are. Like, I have no issue with it. But I do think it will be an issue. Let's say something like that happened again during the game. And it throws him off so much to the point they lose the game. And you could tell mentally he's not there. I do think eventually we're going to have that conversation of like, man, like, people going to get injured. And I ain't talking about the, DeMar Hamlin type of situation, but if somebody tear their ACL, a lot of people tear their ACL during the season. So that's kind of normal. But if he kind of go off the rails over something like that during the regular season game, which can have an effect on their season, then I mean, I can't push back on people if they want to have that conversation.
But because it's not just injury. It's if any type of big adversity comes to you, they get down by 21. He throws 2 interceptions early, 3 interceptions or something. Like, where is that gonna? Like, where is that? Like, are you so down on yourself? Where is that gonna?
Is he still gonna have that? Is he gonna have that dog in him at the end of the day to be able to kind of do what needs to be done?
Yeah. And again, like, I have no problem with him showing his emotions. Like, I don't. Like, I just think it's some people who are not being honest with themselves, of people in leadership roles, and understanding that they have different expectations, and maybe shit ain't fair, but they have different expectations to appear to be a strong front in situations. And not just be a strong front, but also be ready to handle the next step, to be that guy that people have confidence and they look forward to, and they look towards. And I think that is.
I feel like had y'all painted it as more of like instead of like a leadership problem, like him not being able to lead the team properly, if y'all painted it as like in the way that you usually do, like facts and figures, like, look, if y'all focus on the fact that he could probably lose a game because he can't control his emotions, I feel like it would have been received a little bit better. But I think because the fact that you said like, hey, the people in the locker room are going to look at him different. Like that's where people have like this like big, they're like, oh, well, so you can't show emotion. It's like, no, it's not that you can't show emotion. It's that you can't fuck up when we need you.
Now again,
that's what I don't want.
Now again, I didn't say that. But
you also dealing with Texans fans too, man. If CJ is over, man. Anything.
I didn't say that people are going to look at him differently in the locker room. Now, I didn't say that then. Now, I definitely do think there are some people in that locker room that not all 63 cats that were in there to watch that just all was like, damn, man, that's just CJ. Hey, he good. There's some motherfuckers who have the same feeling that we see across our text line, and people that we see that tweet and text us all the time. So I don't think everybody just roll with it. I'll say this, man. I hear what you're saying, OC, maybe the phrasing, but I would do it exactly the same way I did and say the exact same word choice, because I am not going to try to placate you to make you feel better because the word leadership, and I'm not saying you, I'm talking about people.
Oh, I felt attacked personally.
The word leadership is something that hurts you, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I just want to know one thing: how Larry from Stafford take it?
Who knows, man?
I don't
He's
know.
he's the biggest hypocrite. He's the one that Lord knows if it wasn't C.J. Stroud and he was out there falling apart, crying out there like he did against the Chiefs. I bet you in his own space, Larry said, "Damn, not Doug Jones."
Yeah.